Hello, it's Melinda from Alexis and Melinda's Art Space, just coming on with a small project share. I've been using my sewing machine. I haven't introduced you to our new addition to our household yet. I will when I can work out how to change the overhead camera to a different setup for when I'm sewing. So I was using it today. Excuse this thing on my arm. I aggravated my wrist last night and have to wear this for a few days to make it settle. Stupid thing. When you're really silly when you're 19 and should know better and do a really stupid thing, you pay for it 20 years later. And probably for the rest of my life. Ugh. Gee, I wish I could go back in time and tell my 19-year-old self to not be so silly. Oh well. So this is for a Facebook group swap called Trashy Journals. Trashy and Flowish Junk Journals. I'll link it below. It's mainly an American group, but there are a lot of Aussies in there, a lot of people from all over the world. And this is one of their swaps, so I thought I'd do a project share. So it's a signature swap. So basically, to keep the postage really reasonable, we're swapping signatures all year, and then at the end of the year, you'll bind them into an album. Now, probably by the end of the year, I would have lost all but the latest one I've got in my hand to bind into an album, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I have to find somewhere special to put these. So these are my signatures. So we had to take two pieces of paper, 8.5 by 11. It's the American size, or A4 size, close enough for us Aussies in the metric system. So these are my two sheets of paper. So that's one sheet of paper. This is two sheets of paper. I haven't actually bound them together. I've sort of decorated them individually, and the recipients, can't get the words out today, it's blooming 40 degrees today, so it's a bit warm. So they can either slip one in like this, or probably this one in, because this one's a bit bigger. So they can put one inside the other and then sew it into their bigger journal, because you're going to have 12 of these after we do this all year, which will be really cool. And you're going to have different partners each year, so that each month, so that's going to be really cool too. Okay, so I'll show you each separate. So I've sort of done two mini signatures that will go together. Whoops, ant on my table, sorry, just squished it. So I started off with a base of scrapbook paper, so I went through my scrapbooking stash, and this is really old paper. This is probably from my I've emptied a box of stuff, and these two scrap bags, and I don't know why I've only got blue and green. I don't know where the other ones are, but when I had my shop 9-10 years ago, all the scraps and all the stuff left over from projects, I would put them into an accordion file and sort them by colour. So I found the blue and the green bags the other day. I don't know where the other colours are. I don't even know whether I've got them anymore. I may have got rid of them. So I found some old scrapbook paper, and this has to be 50% trash. Now, not trash as in rubbish, but trash as in recycled rubbish. That makes sense. So you can use food packaging, you can use, so this scrap of paper is obviously, I was testing out a stamp on a piece of notebook paper, so that's like a little tuck spot. This piece here is from one of the books I gutted for an art journal. I think that one came out of the one I made into a handbag. So you open it up, and you've got another tuck spot in here. So none of this has been glued. This has all been sewn with my sewing machine. So that was interesting doing it one-armed. So this is a bit messy up here. I've left all the threads on. I'm just starting with the sewing machine. I personally like it, but I thought it's easy for anyone to clip them off if they don't like it, but it's harder to put them back on. So I've got a little tuck spot in here. We had to include tuck spots and pockets and things. And then this is an addition to the signature. Addition to the piece of paper, so this has been sewn on this side. It's just a piece of note paper from an old diary that I took apart. This is inside of a security envelope, so it's just been sewn on the top, so this flips up. Old calendar page flips across. So within the piece of paper, I've attached quite a few bits. So this is a card that we get in our post office box when we have to go in and collect mail. And the post office actually collect those for me and give me a whole bunch every so often, which is really cool. So that's just sewn on two sides for a tuck spot as well. So that's one piece of paper decorated. And then this is the second piece. So this forms the two signatures. So it's just a magazine cutout on the front and a cupcake liner that's clean. So the cupcake liner is classed as trash, even though it's clean and not been near a cupcake. So I just sewn that down on the side. And then this is like a flip out thing, Party Light. It's from really thin, really cool brochure from some candle lights I bought from Party Light. I think that's a Party Plan price quite a few years ago. Sydney, this has come out of the same diary. It's a map of Sydney. One of these is going to America and one's going to Costa Rica, so this will be fun. So Canberra on the back. Again, a little tuck spot. Okay, I've mucked these up. That's okay. I've done 4 of these and I've just paired them wrongly because I just noticed I've got 2 of these in the same signature and I shouldn't have because I made 2 at once. Take some me time with bubbles of bath time bliss. So it's obviously come out of a magazine. I can't talk today. So again, another strip of book paper wrapped with some gold wrapping paper and just that is actually not attached. It's just folded over just with a bit of sewing. That's like a bookmark or a tuck spot. So I left lots of room for journaling and lots of room for writing. I haven't done a lot of this sort of junky journal before. And the thing is with Australia Post is I had to keep these under 50 grams. So to post these overseas, to post up to 50 grams is $3, and then if you go over 50 grams it then jumps to $9 for the next price bracket. So I didn't put a lot of these extras in with it. I'm going to do another envelope of extras and it's going to cost me $6 instead of $9 to send. So this is another piece of sort of textured paper. I did the same on here with the book paper. Another bookmark in here with a feather that I stenciled with one of my stencils a while ago. I just went through my, I have a box here that I just throw bits in. Paint chip from our local hardware store, so that's just done on 2 sides so we can use that as a tuck spot. Darwin map, Hobart map, and this is packaging off a ream of paper I use for my business, so I've just done that as a like a belly band tuck spot so you can tuck things underneath. I've kept them quite simple. On the back of this one is just some purple roses. These come off a shopping pad that I use on my grocery list. And then every time I finish with a grocery list I cut it off and put it in my bits box. So this is the last one. This does have a bit of a whoopsie here with the machine. It had a hissy fit, but I left it like that because I like it. That with my partner like it. Another cupcake liner I did in a half circle. The other half of that brochure for the party line fold out, so I thought that'd be fun to either journal on top of, stick things on, I don't know. October says lots of writing spaces here if you do want to use it as a journal, or you can colour on it, do all sorts of things. Another March calendar. So again, there's on the back, bottom of a paper bag that I used in another project, and then another paint spot here. And this one's on like a marbled blue scrapple paper. So they can either be bound like this singly in an album, or you can put one inside the other. Which one's which? This one goes with this one. No, it doesn't, because they've both got that in it. I don't know. I'll pick 2 to send out. I think they might have to go the way I had them. Oh, another ant on my table. Jesus. So these are my 4 signatures. So I left them quite plain on the front so people can sort of add their own character to them, but I wanted to make them quite interactive with the little tuck spots and like the maps and the belly bands and the different things on the back. And this one is bent over. You could cut that off if you want. So that is my Trashy Journal Swap signatures. I will certainly let you know what I get. I like to film Happy Mail when I open it. So I'm expecting, so this is for 2 separate people. So this is going to Costa Rica and America. So it'll be fun to get their projects back. So I just thought I'd share that with you. I won't post this video up until my partners receive them, because I don't know whether they watch my YouTube channel. So it's nice to keep it a surprise, so you won't see this for a few weeks. But that's okay. Bye for now.